welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing super duper well. For today's video, we're going to be building this tattoo studio. You could also play this as a tattooing school. It's quite a large build. We got 3 stories going on, so I think in this video we are going to be doing the exterior and then the first floor, and then the second video is probably going to be the second and third floor. As you can see, I did go ahead and do all of our windows, wallpaper, flooring, and the basic lighting. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the build. Alright, as you can see, I did go ahead and do a little bit of our landscaping. These are from the debug menu. So if you go under filter items and select city living, I believe, you can find these like concrete planters. And then I just put the base game plant that's called the bulbous bush inside of them. I was just trying to replicate these ones that you see over here. So yeah, I just wanted to explain those. I just didn't feel like having to go through the debug menu to try and find them again, so that's why I already have those out. So next up, we can start planting our other plants. I want to use plants that you see in the surrounding world. So I'm going to be using this lovely cherry blossom. I'm going to pop us down to the ground floor next. And I've decided to not use dirt in our garden beds because they don't here, and for whatever reason it irked me that we did use dirt there. So that is my choice. If you want to put soil, then you are of course welcome to do so if you want to download this build. This build is going to be a 2-part video. So this is not going to be out on the gallery until the second part is up. I'm hoping to get this done in 2 parts. Hopefully that is going to be the case. Alright, I'm trying to look at my reference picture I have here. I did do some planning of like the outside and some of the interior, so I'm not going in completely improvising, but I of course do want to do some planning so I'm not completely lost. So yeah, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I did take a very short break, but we are back. I was getting a little bit of builder's block, honestly. I think I was getting mild burnout. I am a late diagnosed autistic person, so I am still very much learning to work with that and know when to give myself some grace and a break. It can be very difficult dealing with that. I'm still very much learning, so it's okay though. We roll with we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better today. I got the life and death pack because it's 38% off right now. And I do have sort of a rule that I don't usually allow myself to buy new packs unless they're at least 50% off. Here comes the however. I did for myself to get this one because I did the math and it's 38% off is only like it's like just under $5 difference. So I was like, I'm just gonna get it for myself. I honestly I needed the serotonin boost. Serotonin? What's the happy chemical? I forget what it's called. Is it dopamine? I forget. Whichever one that was, I could have used the happy brain boost. So I just went ahead and I was like, you know what, for $5, my brain's happiness is worth $5. So I'll just go ahead and get it. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm already wanting to start doing like Halloween builds. I absolutely love Halloween. So I've been like itching to start doing Halloween builds. I am going to be still holding off, but you best believe they are going to be coming, and I'm very excited to do some builds. I already have ideas. I've already sort of started planning some stuff, but I'm forcing myself to wait. We're going to wait, but I don't know if you guys are also excited about Halloween and you would love to see them. Maybe I'll make some early. It's not even June though, so I feel like genuinely that's going to be too early. But I don't know. Maybe there's some other spooky people out there that also love Halloween. We'll see. If I can hold off, we can. Maybe I'll do. I mean, obviously, as soon as the weather changes to cooler months, I'm gonna start doing like fall sort of themed build. But I actually don't want this. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, definitely I wanted to get myself life and death pack for this spooky season. It's not even summer yet. It's been like, I think it's because it's been very rainy for us over here in Sweden. So it's kind of difficult for me to be like, oh yes, summer. I don't know. My husband and I, we got like a ice cream maker from the secondhand shop. So we've been making ice cream. My husband follows like a low sugar diet for health reasons. And so we've been making like healthier ice cream and stuff. I actually want to try making, all right, I don't know if they serve this at the European Disney World or Disneyland, whatever it's called, but like Dole Whip. It's a pineapple dessert. It's like a pineapple ice cream or sorbet. I really want to try making it. So I'm hoping to go to the store at some point. I wanted to get some. We went to the grocery store yesterday. However, they only had like this tiny box of pineapple and I wasn't feeling it. I was like, it's not worth spending the money on this tiny one. But there is some other grocery stores in our area, so I'm probably going to go and check and see if they have better frozen pineapple quantities, because I looked at the fresh pineapples they had at the grocery store and they just did not look good. That's what you get for wanting a tropical fruit in a non-tropical area. I'm originally from America, specifically Florida, so I kind of grew up a little bit spoiled on my produce selection. I'm trying to decide if I want this tree or another one. Oh no, I want this one. Okay, I was like, this doesn't look right. All right, we're gonna do this one, and I'm just gonna place 3 of them kind of rotating over here. But yeah, I was looking and I was like, those pineapples don't look good. They didn't smell right, whatever. So I think I might go check Lidl. We do have a Lidl in our area, of course. So I think I'll go and check and see if they have frozen pineapple that looks better. So yeah, I also, because I'm on a SSRI, my body temperature, I'm learning, is messed up. So yeah, if you take any sort of SSRI, you have to be careful about overheating. So any sort of heat and stuff, you're going to be more susceptible to it. So it's important for you to try and keep cool, especially since we're getting to the warmer months. That's my little PSA from my fellow SSRI takers. Make sure you're staying hydrated and try to maintain coolness in these summer months. You know, if you're going to be out in the sun, take care of yourself, make sure you're staying hydrated and all that good stuff. Yeah, we are doing a tattoo school/studio, so I want to make sure we use this sign, and it looks really cool at night because it lights up pink. So I thought that'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like I'm talking about this, but again, I've said this before. I don't mind talking about that sort of things. If it's helpful to some people, then yeah. All right, I tried to go through and get rid of all of the new stuff thing. I just downloaded the life and death pack before we started filming, so sorry. I thought I got all the items, but apparently I didn't. I want to grab this light from the spa day and just place it there. I could have sworn we had a ceiling version. I wanted to help illuminate underneath here, but I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. Because I looked through like the ceiling lamps and they don't. I wish they did give us like some sort of strip light. Like we do have like this one, or I could use like the circular lights. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave it alone like this for now. All right, next up, I think I want to finish up the outdoor lighting. So we're gonna go back to the wall. I don't think it's a wall light actually. It's this. I wanted the light up like sign thing. That's a very odd way to describe that, but we're rolling with it. I just wanted to have a little sign for our cafe. So yeah, I think that this cafe is more so for if you're running this as like a tattoo school. I thought it'd be a cool idea to have a cafe for the students, like if they want have like assignments and stuff. Maybe they have to do like drawings and whatnot. Then I thought that was a good idea to have a cafe for the students to hang out and whatnot. Also, just it's a way for the business to also just make a little bit of money on the side. I don't know. It was just a nice idea I had. I did notice something, and I was kind of laughing at myself about this, not in like a mean way, but just something I noticed about myself. I have the tendency to build cafes whenever I don't know what to build for this channel, and I don't know why. I just thought that was kind of funny. I don't know why my brain defaults to cafes. I think they're just fun and to build and just easy to come up with, I suppose. I don't know. What other YouTube content creators, like, what do you guys panic build whenever you're like, I don't know what to build? But I feel like a lot of people enjoy building cafes. This is not a dig for people that, I'm not trying to roast people that enjoy building cafes, because I am very much one of them. But it is something that I'm kind of conscious of whenever I am doing a video of making sure it's not always cafes. So that's definitely, I'm gonna have to force myself to take a little break and not build a cafe with this next one, which is tough because I'm thinking about what I was trying to think of was going to be our next build. And I think it is actually another cafe, so I'm gonna have to eat my words there. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I took a little breather because literally like one day I missed one video, so I shouldn't make it sound like, oh my god, I was gone forever, because I wasn't. I took one day off. I just skipped Monday's video, so this is gonna be coming out on Friday. Because I was getting like some builder's block, and I was trying to rush. It was this build, actually. I was trying to get this build done. It was literally Monday morning. I release my videos on Mondays and Fridays around 3 p.m. GMT time, which is 15 o'clock for my lovely European friends. Again, I'm originally from America, so my we call it military time. Is a little bit wonky sometimes. I still default to the good old Americanness. Anyway, so yeah, I was looking, and I get overwhelmed and stressed easily, and I was like, you know what? I would rather take the time and work on this build and give myself some time to work on this build and have it be a better quality one and a better quality video than me try and rush through it and stress myself out. For what reason? Being like, if I stress myself out and the build isn't so good and the video isn't so good, no one's gonna want to watch it anyway. So what's the point? What is the point of me doing that to myself? So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna say there's gonna be no video today, and we're just gonna cut myself some slack and take my time. And literally, like, the second I posted on my like channel page that there was not gonna be a video today, I went back to building. I was like, it's okay, don't beat yourself up about it. I immediately was able to build just fine. So yeah, it's really amazing how awesome, like, it's really amazing how just like taking the pressure off yourself and giving yourself a little bit of grace can be very helpful. So maybe that'll, I don't know, inspire someone in the future. Like, don't beat yourself up about something if you're struggling to do something. Like, you are capable, you can do it. Like, don't stress about it. Sometimes you are the thing that's preventing you from doing that thing that you're wanting to do. So, little, I guess, mental health talk from Lexi today. This is what happens. I take a break and then I come back and I think that I'm suddenly some great philosopher or something. I don't know why. This happens like almost every time I take a little break. I come back and I'm like, damn, we're gonna have some deep talks today, apparently. All right, to finish up our outdoor area, I'm just gonna be giving them these little benches, and then there's like a hanging plant that I almost forgot, but we did not forget. I did not forget it. I think I'm gonna give them one more right underneath this cherry tree here, I think. Actually, I don't like that there. Do I want to put it here? Or do I want to count that as walking space? Why not? We'll put that there. And then there's like a hanging plant that I want to put here. I believe it's from the university pack. And then we're gonna go in here and start working on our actual cafe next. All right. right, so I just used this trellis. It's from the university pack. I also thought about using this. It's like the Nature's Really Tall Blanket. It's from Eco Lifestyle, but I'm feeling a little indecisive. Maybe if I tried sizing this up, I'm gonna try that really quick. Yeah, no. I think that looks, I don't know. I don't hate it, but I also am not loving it. Does that look ridiculous? I wish I could ask you guys in real life, being like, hey, what do you think? Let me try switching the color. I kind of don't mind that because I feel like it looks a little bit more modern and abstract than the leaves. I think I'm gonna leave this for now. But if you download this build and if I don't switch it in the future and you download this build, you can switch it back. This is from the university pack. I forget the exact name, like going to university or whatever, but yeah, I want to move on. So next up, did I forget anything else? I'm trying to remember. I think that was the only thing I wanted to put out. Yes. All right, next up we are going to be working on the interior of our cafe. All right, so as you can see, I already said it. I already placed some of our lighting, just our main lighting, or our ceiling lighting I should say, just to make sure you guys can see whatever I'm doing. It's not really fun to watch a video if you can't actually see what they're doing. So I try to be aware of that. We are of course going to be using this coffee bar. I don't know why I forgot that word. I took a sip of my coffee and apparently that resetted my brain. I took a sip of coffee and somehow it made me tired. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna be using this shade, I think. And then I'm trying to see if I want to move this back or not. So let me grab we're going to be placing some countertops back here. So let me grab that and that's going to help me make my decision. Because I put this into 2 rooms and I'm using the spandrel. I believe that's the business and hobbies one. Just because I did a glass ceiling. So yeah, if I want to have hanging lights, for whatever reason it bothered me. So I put that there so I could have hanging lights. I'm gonna do 2 across and then grab a end piece, I think. Yes. And I'll change the color in just a second. Yeah, I think that'll work. We are of course gonna change the color now. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this shade because this wood is kind of like a darker reddish tone. It matches, but not perfectly. That's the problem when you use stuff from different packs. We're gonna roll with it for now. So I'm also gonna be using this as our, oh, sorry, not that one specifically, but I'm gonna be using the same drawers, but as islands. Did that make sense? Maybe. And I'm gonna be placing these in 2 different spots, I believe. I'm going to use this rounded one on the edge here just so that it visually will take up less space. And then I'm also going to be making a secondary seating area here. Just doing the same thing. There we go. And then for this area here, I'm just going to be grabbing that same table and chair that I used on the outside. And then for here, obviously, we're gonna need some, what's the word? Bar stools. I don't know why my brain's buffering so much, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I believe I want to use something that definitely looks very industrial. I'm trying to see if I can find the one I wanted. Oh, this one, but not this shade. We're gonna use this one. It's a base game one. I just like how industrial-y this looks. And we are going to be placing this at each of these areas, just like that. There we go, there we go. So for here, I want to put, there's like this coffee display that came from the Get Together pack. Just give me 1 second so I can find it. It's these guys, and I think we are going to be using this shade. I like it because it kind of goes with the top of our bar stools here. And I'm gonna be using this one as well, and I'm gonna try to zhuzh these together so they look like they're just one piece, I think. All right, there we go. I think I like how that looks so far. So next, so I don't forget, I'm gonna go ahead and grab our lighting. So I'm just gonna do it this way, and I just want to give them some little table lights. just because this, I don't think this cafe is probably not open at nighttime, so we don't need like very serious lighting. We're gonna use these ones from the Love Struck pack, I believe. And I'm just gonna be placing these in random spots on the inside, and then I'm also gonna pop outside and put some on the tables out there as well. All right, there we go. I put all our lights out. So next up, we are just gonna go right here. And I just wanna give a little bit of storage. Nothing too much, of course, but I just want to put something in this little hallway area just so that it's not empty. I am thinking of maybe this one. It's the Catch My Thrift Clothes rack and shelf. I just thought it was quite cute. I'm trying to decide if I want to use this color to match the, yeah, I think we're going to use this color. It kind of goes with the color of our little seating area, so I kind of like that. And then I also want to give them a apron for our baristas so they don't ruin their clothes. And I'm going to use this white and tan shade. I'm going to place this right about there. And then I think there's also this another little coffee pot that came with the get together pack. So let me find that. It's the Wake Me Up Antique Coffee Pot. It's actually base game, I was incorrect. So we're gonna put that on top of there. I just think that it adds a little extra detail. And I'm just gonna do a quick little look-see to make sure that we didn't forget anything. And then I think we'll move on to decorating our bathroom afterwards. All right, yeah, I did forget to put, we need a dishwasher for over here. So let's go and grab that. And then I think I'm also gonna give them a sink. All right, I'm gonna use this one. It's the industrial dishwasher unit. And then for our sink, let's have a look-see. I always want to use this one. This is genuinely like my favorite one. It just makes sense to have a longer faucet for washing dishes and stuff. So that's me giving myself the excuse to have that there. And then I want to put a trash can, and then I think I want to put another menu on the inside because I did put one on the outside, but I think I also want to give a menu on the inside. I'm going to use this trash can. It's from the, I believe that's the high school years pack. I kind of like the rustic trash can vibe it has. And then for the menu, I believe it's the floor one that came from the dine out kit. Yeah, it's this guy. I don't think that this place has a very large menu. I think they like to keep it very simple. There's just a few different drinks and stuff. I didn't want to do a wall menu just because this is literally all glass. I didn't think that it would look very nice. I wanted to keep it very chic and sort of minimalistic in here. So yeah, I think that this is going to finish up our cafe area. So yes, next up we can go inside and we will start with the bathroom. All right, our bathroom is going to be quite easy. I'm going to be using the bathroom stall that came with the Business and Hobbies pack. And I want to use this light brown shade because it matches the stairs that I selected. So that's why I'm using that, in case you're wondering. And I'm going to be squidging in 2 stalls, and I'm just gonna zhuzh them over to make sure they fit in here properly. All right, there we go. They fit in there easy peasy. This is very quick, honestly. We are going to need 2 sinks because we have 2 bathrooms. I might try and squeeze a second bathroom on the second floor. I legitimately did not think about that until this exact moment. I only put 2 bathroom stalls, so I'm gonna have to try and maybe remedy that. So probably off camera in the next video, we will figure that out. But we're gonna focus on what we're working on right now. I think I want to use the sink. I kind of don't mind how that looks, but we could also use this one. Let's see what this looks like in the blonde. Blonde? Light brown shade? I mean, technically, I guess in hair-wise that is blonde, but let me look. I'm not sure. All right, I'm gonna grab the mirror because I also want to use the wall mirror that I think it also comes from Business and Hobbies. This one. Or is it the other one? Hold on. We could use this one from the spa day. I think I like this one because I like the detail of the pretty light. All right, I think we're gonna stick with this one. It just looks a little bit more structurally. I don't know. I'm just leaning more towards this one. So there we go. And then I'm going to be finishing up this bathroom with, I don't think I want to change the ceiling light. We might stick with this one. I don't know. I'm not entirely certain about that. But I'm going to grab some paper towels and put some on either side. Here we go. They are from the Get to Work pack. And I'm going to place one here. And then we're going to swing the camera around and I'm going to place some right here. All right, I'm going to look and see if there is a different light that I want. Because now it just feels lazy for me just to leave that little wall light. Or not wall light, excuse me, the ceiling light. This one, this little saucer. To me, I always use these as temporary lights. But I mean, it doesn't technically look bad per se. But I also don't love it. I typically will use this one. I guess I could just use this one. And just put it there instead. I don't know. I guess that works. I'm starting to second guess this thing because that's kind of annoying for gameplay to have this giant thing in the way. So I think I'm gonna fix that. Just give me a second. All right, I replaced it with using 2 of the shorter ones. We're gonna leave this for now. I don't know. I'm still just not liking that ivy. But anyways, I think that's going to finish up the bathroom, except for maybe some trash cans. I'm gonna put some trash cans in there just because paper towels, I don't want the, it's just for pretend, honestly. I'm just gonna use these little trash cans and place them underneath. And then I think next up we're gonna go and work in our front reception area. All right, so for our reception area, this is where people are gonna be waiting, obviously, to get their tattoos done. So we are going to be using the sofas that came with the business and hobbies because I think they look really cool. I wanted to keep it very like kind of minimalistic, but not really. What's the exact word I'm looking for? Probably like industrial modern, like a little bit roughish. I don't know. But yeah, we're going for a sort of rustic, industrially modern vibe. I don't know. I don't want to necessarily call it Scandinavian because I don't really think it per se is normally called that, but I mean, obviously that's what this pack was inspired by, was by Scandinavia. So I guess I technically am not incorrect per se if I call it Scandinavian, but I'm careful about labeling things like that. So anyways, we are going with these chairs, these sofas. I keep wanting to call them chairs. And then I'm going to use this end table. This is where I'm talking about how I wanted it to be a little bit more industrial-y looking and minimalistic, I suppose. So I'm going to be using one there in the corner and then one here. I don't know. It just looks like it's kind of like built into this wall. So this wallpaper is from the fitness stuff pack. I just like it. It just looks like rough concrete. Like they didn't bother to try and like smooth it out. I just like how that looks. And I feel like this looks like it kind of was built out of the wall. So it looks cool to me. So yes, we're going to be using that. Next we need like a little coffee table because I want to put down, maybe they have like booklets with different tattoos and whatnot. So let me look at that. All right, I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's actually a end table, but it's from the Oshino pack. I just don't want to be going out here so much. I tried using a big square one because I originally wanted to use this one, but I would want to tuck it in really close there, and I don't know, it just doesn't look right. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. For over here, I'm going to go and grab a bookcase. I just think it would be nice to have some books and stuff for people to read while they're waiting, and it also helps to fill up that wall so it's not so empty. And I think I'm going to use this one and just put it right up against that wall, and I'm going to switch it over to this black shade. I kind of don't like how bland this looks now, so I'm going to be grabbing this book end case. My goodness, this book set from the City Living pack, and I'm going to switch over to a more fun color. And I think I like that orange because it kind of goes with the orange on our sofa. And I'm also gonna grab some little lights. I think we could use this same one that we used in the cafe and put that on there just to help add some lighting. And then I want to see if I can put a little plant right here. All right, I found this one. It's a base game one, and I just sized it down once, just so because otherwise it pokes through that bookshelf. So we're gonna leave it like that, and I think that works pretty good for us. Next up, I'm gonna grab another plant. We're gonna have a lot of plants in this build. I just like how striking the green looks against all of this black walls that we have throughout here. So we're gonna have a lot of greenery in this build, and I'm looking for the ones that came with Spa Day. I want to bring in some of that bamboo that we put outside inside here. Not this one. Oh, it's this one. And I'm gonna switch this up against this wall the best that I can, just right about there. And then I'm gonna switch this over to either black, or I think I'm gonna do this dark brown. I kind of like that instead. All right, next I want to put a little sales table here. I'm not going to be having it be an active sale because if you have the business and hobbies pack, you can toggle whether or not you want them to sell the items that you put on here. I'm just using this for decoration. So I need to go to surfaces, excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting a couple things like tattoo ink and whatnot, and I think it's just for show. They're just showing you what products they have. Maybe they do sell some of these products, but for the gameplay sake, I don't want them to sell these items. So let me grab our shelf, and then I'm gonna take a second and fill it up. All right, so I think this will work for now. So I just did some tattoo ink on the top, and then I put this little city decor, and then we're pretending that this is maybe some like tattoo aftercare sort of things. It's just some bottles from the Spa Day pack. And then I think I want to put one more little thing here, maybe like a little plant or something. And I'm just pretending that maybe this is like overflow extra sort of like photo albums of different tattoo designs, but I'm trying to look and see if there's another little plant that I can put in the middle of there. And then I also need to go and grab some of the magazines. I forgot to put them out, so let me do that. Here we go. So I used this plant, and then I'm just going to put a stack of magazines there, and I'm gonna put another one here, and then just like rotate it and change the color. I think I want to change there we go, that's better. All right, and then I think I want to put some sort of lamp or something here for decoration, and I also wanted to give them some water, just so if someone's feeling a little nervous, they have some water to sit in, just to help them calm their nerves before they get their tattoo. I've never gotten a tattoo. I don't think I'm ever going to because I am not a big fan of needles, but yes, I think that it would be nice to have some water to be hydrated and relax. For the lamp, I definitely want something that looks more industrially and modern looking. Let's see. I quite like this one from I believe that's the Growing Together pack, and I think I'm going to leave that shade. I feel like this goes quite well with our sofas. Alright, and I think that's going to finish up our little seating area. So next we can go over here and work on our little entryway to go upstairs. Alright, so next up we are going to be doing this little under the stairs garden area that I made. I'm looking for the correct plant that I used. I've used a bunch of them from the Jungle Adventure. I just liked how they looked. So we're going to use this tall guy right about there. Make sure he's not going through that wall though. And then I'm going to be grabbing, where are you, my friend? We're gonna use this wonderful Swiss cheese plant. I actually have like a little baby version of this in the apartment, so it makes me happy putting him here. We're gonna put you right there, my friend. And then I also there's like this flower, not the bougainvillea. Oh, darn it, where are you? It's called the jalapa plant. I'm not sure if I said that correctly, and I'm gonna try and zhuzh it in right around here. Just making sure it's not cutting out of our little fenced area, and then I'm also going to be putting it around the back here just so that it doesn't look so naked. All right, like so, like that. And then I also want to give them a fern here. And then I'm gonna grab that really cool statue that came with business and hobbies. There we go. I just switched the shade to help better match our surrounding area. And then the final thing I'm going to be grabbing is the neon sign that came with the business and hobbies, the one that we used outside. So I'm just gonna go like this and find it this way. Oh, it's under here, my bad. All right, I'm gonna be placing this right over here. And all right, I think this is where we're gonna end this video because I'm at a little more than an hour of footage. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss out on any of my future videos. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.